my name is Zani and I'm a hypnobirthing coach as well as a life coach for women of faith. If you do not know, this is my introduction right here, and I help women to start to believe in themselves and truly step into their inner power, their God-given power and authority. Now I'm going live here on Instagram and I'm going live here on Facebook because I decided to just put them two together, that Zayn is asleep and I can do this one time. I am so excited to be here because today I want to share with you 3 ways that we can start shifting our beliefs, you, me, and we can make them serve us. And you guys hear me speak all the time about our beliefs because I know what is true for me. I know that the things that I was believing in my life actually showed up in my life. That's just the way it is. And so God had shown me, the things that I needed to change, the things that I need to see differently. I needed to reframe, things that I needed to reconceptualize in my mind and see that He is working everything out for my good. Those of you who read my book, that I wrote a book. It's called The Power of Hypnobirthing, My Pregnancy and Natural Empowering Birth Story and How It Can Help You. And I share, yes, about my pregnancy, my hypnobirthing experience and my motherhood experience. But what I share more than anything else is that the beliefs that I work through in my entire life. And one of those massive beliefs is that God is working everything out for my good. I was actually just sharing with a friend of mine today who's going through a very difficult time, and we were able to see what it is that she's believing and how we could shift that energy and that belief around that thing and then just change that emotional experience that she was having. So one of the things that I discussed with my coach yesterday that I really loved, and that's the thing about coaching, and I'll go into that a little bit more. What I really love about coaching is that you pick up on things that you didn't really know. So for example, that's the whole point, right? You get to learn and you get to grow. So she said to me, emotions, because I was one of these people who didn't want to cry, felt like if it was weak, don't want to show too much emotions, right? But emotions are just energy in motion, right? So if you notice, when you're having an emotion, when you feel sad, when you feel scared or disappointed, it shows up on some part of your body, right? And so that is just that energy that's there that is then being moving around in your body, and then it's like obviously causing certain things to happen, causing things to feel a certain way, and then you're thinking, well, most of the times we go to our mind and we're like, well, it's me, and maybe I'm not doing something right, and maybe I'm not worthy of this thing, or maybe God doesn't want it for me, which is one thing a lot of Christians, we do say, oh, God doesn't want this for me, maybe that's not for me, but that's not the truth, right? God is saying that He has given you all the tools, He's given you information out there, that's wisdom, right? Solomon was the wisest man, and one of the things with wisdom is knowing that the things that you need to shift, the things that you need to change, the things you need to let go, the things that you need to embrace, right? It's just being wise enough to know that what's going to work for you. Hi everybody, thanks for joining me. So today I want to share with you 3 ways that you can start shifting your beliefs so that they can start serving you. So one of the things, as I always say before, is noticing. Hi Facebook, I'm also on Instagram. So if you see me flipping from screen to screen, I'm like watching 2 screens, okay? If you have questions while I'm live, absolutely shoot them away. I'm happy to answer them while we're here. So one of the things, and the most important thing, is being aware of what those beliefs are in life. And one of the biggest ways that you can see what belief shows up for you is, one, if you're going through a particular situation, what comes up for you. For example, if you were going for a job and you did a job interview and you didn't get the job, right? You feel obviously disappointed, you feel sad. What are you believing then? What comes up for you now? Is it that, oh my gosh, you're never good enough, that job was never for you? What comes up for you? When it comes to birthing, as a hypnobirthing practitioner, I look at it this way. So, okay, you feel really scared about birth and the birthing process. Why is that so? What do you believe in? What do you feel? So most likely for me, it was like, okay, I heard all of these negative experiences from other people in my life, and I heard all of these things happening with people, and the birth was so long and the labor was so horrible and everything else. So therefore I am believing that the same thing is going to be happening for me. Like my birth is going to be horrible and I'm going to have a terrible experience. So that's the first thing, noticing those beliefs. So one of the other things that I want to say as a Christian and as a woman of faith is that we have to know and trust that we believe in a God of the impossible. To me, that is number one. For secular people who don't believe in God, they have their own things, right? Like, you hear them say stuff about the universe or whatever, but they believe in that one thing, that thing outside of them, is good, is working for them, is definitely looking out for them. And it's the same thing that's true for God. For me, I can't believe in a universe when there's a God who created the universe, right? Like, I don't believe that the universe is doing anything for me. I believe that my God that created the universe, that created the sun, the stars, the moon, is doing everything for me. And one thing that I have always stuck to, and this is most important, is that God loves you. When somebody loves you, they will move heaven and earth for you. So then whenever I'm in a pickle or whenever I'm in something and I feel like if it's not going to happen for me, I go back to this. God, who's in control of everything, he's the God of the impossible. He spoke words and created this earth. He loves me. And because he loves me and he cares for me and he's involved in my life every single day, he's never going to see me go without. He's always going to provide for me. He's always going to give me my desires because my desires are from him. And yes, it may not show up right away. It may not show up tomorrow, but it is showing up. There is certainty in that, in my God, that he is going to show up for me. And that is so important. So firstly, yes, notice the beliefs that you have, but then notice as well and start to put that belief in God, in God who you trust, right? A lot of times I know I am not capable of doing certain things, but I can trust that my God who I believe in, the God of the impossible, is, of course, he's capable. He is more than able. And because I am a creator of his, I am a co-creator of him. God says he created us in his image, meaning that he has given us everything that we need to succeed in this life. We are co-creators with him. So therefore, I can then trust that I am capable. Everything that I desire, he's already given it within me to have and to get it, right? And there's no way that he's going to give me a desire and not equip me to have it. Yes, there are things that I would have to learn. There are things that I have to get rid of. There are things that I would have to let go. That's just the way that life is, because as I always say, we are born into this world as blank slates, right? And we then get our beliefs, we get all of the things that we hear from people around us, society and everything else that's coming in and just clogging up all of these things that we know to be true. Let's go back to babies. And something my coach and I was speaking about with babies and Zayna, right? Like children, they feed off of energy. Like when a baby is crying and a baby is upset, most of the time it's because mom is anxious, mom is stressed, and that feeds into the baby. Babies don't know about words, they don't know language, they don't understand certain things, but what they do feel is energy. And therefore that's the same way that we need to go back to in life, right? We need to go back to that energetic state where we're no longer speaking and we're no longer in words. And that's something that I had to get out of, because I've always in my head, I was always one of these intellectual people, always love to read and always want to bring into words, but I had to go back to that point of, you know what, no, it's about feeling, it's about knowing, it's about trusting. And so most recently now I've started journaling, like I am obviously provided for, I am capable, I am worthy, I am deserving of all the things that I have. And when I desire something, I get to have it because I desire it, not because I am more intelligent, not because I'm more beautiful, not because I am more smart or whatever comes up for me, but because I decide to have it. And therefore there is no attachment to that thing, right? There's no, oh, I didn't get it because I am this. No, you didn't get it just yet because you are not believing, you're not continuing to trust that you're gonna get it because you believe to have it. So the first thing I do want to say is to trust God. He's the God of the impossible. Believe in him and know that he's gonna give you exactly what you need in his time. And that's another thing, we have to learn to let go of the timing, and that is so hard for us humans. For me, I know I want this Friday at 2 p.m. or else I'm gonna break down and be like, it's not for me. That's how we think, right? But God is like, let go of the timing, let go of the time frame. I know when it's best for you. Trust that what I have for you is good. It's always good. It's perfect. It's better than you could ever think or imagine. So therefore, let go of the constraint of time and just trust that whatever I am giving to you will be in the right time, in the right place, in the right everything that you need. Okay. Oh, sorry about that. Right, so that is letting go of the time and constraint part of it, because God knows what he's doing and he's going to provide it in his time. And then you could truly trust that it is coming to you, not when you think you need it, but when God knows that you need it. He knows exactly what you need. The other thing, number 2, is learning to believe in yourself. God had to show me this, right? So a lot of times as Christian, we're like, yes, I understand that. Like we cannot depend upon ourselves. We have to depend upon God. True, true, true. Because if we look at our own capabilities, we really can't do half the things that we want to do. But when we trust and surrender it to God, we know that He's going to bring it to us, right? But there's another element that we need to learn to believe and trust ourselves. And God showed me this in every situation. I remember when I was applying for jobs, when I first moved, when I was trying to get my driver's license in Germany, when they were just speaking German, and I was like, oh my God, how is this gonna happen, right? So many other situations in which I was able to overcome certain things, and it went back to, yes, if God is in control, it's going to give me what I want, but I also have to trust that I have everything within me already. I just need to believe that. So first, the power that I have within me is my power to make that decision, that I decide to get what I have. I decide to get what I want. I decide that my desires are for me and they are from God. And then there's nothing that's going to stop me from getting that desire except me not believing in that, okay? So that is so important. When I say believe in yourself, I really want to make it clear as Christians, we are not dependent on our own power. We're not dependent on our own ability, our own intelligence, and that's where we get mixed up, right? It's not based on what we can do and what we can't have. Yes, it makes us feel good. It gives us more confidence to show up as we are and to really step out in faith, right? Because we feel, okay, I've got that degree, I've got this, I've got that. But this is the difference. If you believe in your ability as it is already, because God already gave you everything that you need inside of you. He's given you wisdom. He's given you knowledge. He's given you understanding. If you don't feel like you have it, ask for it. He will give it to you. He has given you the ability to learn and to grow and to teach and all of these amazing things. So therefore, you have to believe that you are capable, that you are worthy. And it's just huge. Like, I go into this so much, a lot more, because a lot of times we are stuck up on this worthiness. Like, am I worthy? Yes, you are worthy. You are born worthy. Nothing that you do now or ever will do is gonna make you less worthy or more worthy. The people who are doing the things that you want in their life are not more worthy than you. They're not more deserving. They're not more capable. They have the same ability as you, but their difference is that they believe in themselves. They believe that they have it within them. They believe that when they decide, it is for them. And that is what I needed to step into. Every single time I overcome something, I had to believe that, God, this is what you want for me, and I want that for myself. I believe I can have it as well. And that is so, so important. That is the believing in yourself part. And don't get me wrong, we're not putting ourselves on pedestals. We're not making ourselves idle. We're not trusting ourselves, because we're trusting in God first. But we have to also believe that we have it within us. It's the same with hypnobirthing, right? Like, you have to learn the tools. And I love to speak about hypnobirthing because it's so practical to beliefs. And it shows so much how beliefs shows up in our lives when it manifests in physically and always mentally, spiritually, emotionally, right? So we have these fears around childbirth. We have all of these negative narratives that's been telling us that it's going to be difficult and all of those things, and therefore it shows up in our lives. We are afraid, and most likely your experience is a horrible negative experience because you've been walking around with that fear. But then if you take that control, you're like, you know what, I don't want that. I've decided now, that was me. I don't want to have a negative birthing experience. I want to have a wonderful experience that I could tell my daughter and I could tell other people, and I want to enjoy birthing my baby in the most amazing way. How can I do this? I prayed, I was like, God, how can I do this? He showed me hypnobirthing. Am I gonna be like, but God, you didn't say this for me, you didn't give this to me, like, or whatever? But God is like, I have given these people the wisdom, I've given them the knowledge to teach you. You have to trust that now. You have to then relearn. You have to then go and learn the skills, practice the things, and then you will get the experience that you want. It's the same thing if you're hiring a life coach. People think like when you hire a coach, it means you don't believe in yourself. Actually, it's quite the opposite. When you hire a coach, it shows that you believe in yourself so much that you want to invest time and money and effort in what you believe to be true. That you've decided decided that you want what you want so badly that you are investing in making it happen for you. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Like, this is the thing, right? I used to think so as well. Like, when I get a coach, that means that I don't believe in myself. I'm trusting somebody else to give me and do this work for me. No. And as a mentor and as a coach, I don't do the work for you. I actually show you that you have the power within you already. And that's the thing, that's what a good coach does. That's what a mentor does, is show you that you have it. You just need to take out all of those dirt and dust that's covering those beliefs and just uncover that diamond that's there, and that is you. Okay, so that is what I want to tell you. Believe in yourself. Trust that you have everything that you need already. God has already given that to you. You just need to believe that. And the third way is to take your power and walk in that power. Step into your power. And that is why my life coaching program is called Discover Your Inner Power, because so many of us don't realize that we have so much power within us. We are so powerful, and the most powerful part is that we get to decide. We get to decide what we have. We get to decide what we do. We get to decide everything. We get to decide what we believe in. Decision is so important. This is why I get a bit upset with this vaccination thing with COVID. It's another sidestep, and you could agree or you could not. You could disagree. But some countries are saying that you have to take the vaccine. To me, God gave us free will. Nobody should tell us in life that we have to do something. We have to have that choice. It's either we want it or we don't want it. That choice has to be ours in everything. Okay, and that is why I am so grateful to God, and that's one of the things that God has given to us, is that free will choice. And people say, like, why is it that God gave us free will then if he wants to save all of us? Because he has given us the ability to think. That's what we have different from other animals and mammals, right? We have the ability and the intellect to think and to learn and to grow and to make choices. And the other thing, how you can step into your inner power, is that the power that you have is taking the responsibility onto yourself, that, you know what, if this and this is happening in my life, what am I doing to cause this? And this is what a lot of people get hung up on. So many people are caught up in, oh, this person did me this person did me that, look what she did to me, look what she said to me. That is, yes, it's petty, but more than anything else, it's so irresponsible, because you're not taking responsibility for your own actions. What is it that you have done, or what is it that you believe to be true? Why is this person doing that to you? And I always do that for my own self. If something is showing up for me and I'm not getting the things that I want, I go back. I'm not going to be like, oh, this person doesn't like me, or whatever it may be. What is it that I am thinking and believing to be true? Why I'm not getting this thing? You know, and I share about my German license all the time, because this is like God, and this is like believing yourself, everything in together. If you haven't heard this story, I actually did my driver's license in Germany, and the instructor was speaking in German. Yes, I didn't understand one word, but what I did research was right, because obviously he's going to tell you to turn right and left, rechts and links. That's all I knew. I remember going into that. So I could drive, but they needed me to actually do the test to get my driver's license, right? So I remember praying. I was like, God, just let me just pass this test. I know I have it within me. I can drive. I drive every single day to and from work. I just need to have the physical license in my hand. And I went in there, trusted myself. I remember him telling me parallel park with his fingers in some kind of broken German, but I didn't understand what he was saying. I believed in my ability to parallel park. I killed it, right? And I remember just hearing him saying blah 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 in German, links, and I was like, left, blah 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 in German, reach, right? And when I pulled up and he said stop, he did say, like, stop or whatever, and he pulled up and he said pass, I was like, thank you, Jesus, right? So one, that was me trusting in God that he's gonna do it for me. Hell yeah, he's gonna do it for me. Two, that I have the ability to drive already. I just need this man to write me a slip and say you got your license. That is it, right? What's gonna be so hard? That's not a big deal. That's the attitude you need to have. The belief is always that. It's not a big deal. You decide to get it because you decide to get it. It's not because I'm a best driver or whatever. It's because I want the driver's license. It is what it is, right? And I took on the responsibility. I did look up the words that I needed to learn, and I did take on the responsibility of driving my butt off to make sure that I could prove to them that I could drive. And that's just the way it is in life. And I heard something being said from a lady on a podcast, and I shared this in one of my videos before, right? She said that life is like a birthing process, and it just spoke to me in volumes as a hypnobirthing coach and a birthing practitioner, right? Of course course, life is like a huge birthing process, because every time we are birthing into something new, a new dream, a new goal, a new desire, right? Every single time. And you are going to find that contraction, that pain toward before you lead up to that birth. And you have to learn how to manage that contraction. You have to learn to manage that period of pain and waiting. You have to first look at, okay, what am I believing to be true? Why is it making it so difficult? What is it I need to change? What are the things I need to practice? What are the things I need to learn so that I could birth out this new desire that I have in my life? It's so amazing, right? Like how we could actually metaphorically say life is a birthing process, and it absolutely is. Thanks for the hearts, guys. Like, this is what life is about. We're gonna be birthing things every single minute of every day. God has given us such a ability to not settle, to not just be okay. And a lot of us are like that. We're not just okay with just having that. We want to go to the next level and the next level, and that's okay, because God wants us to grow. He wants us to be the fullness of what He has created us to be, not just stuck in the lies of the enemy that we can't, and we can't do, and we can't have this. It is always down to what you believe to be true. So just a recap. First, believe in God. As Christians, obviously, that's number one. I always say, like, for secular people who don't believe in God, they believe in something. Whatever it is that they believe in, that's what they trust. For me, it's my God, and He is the God of the impossible. I believe that, and therefore, even though things seems like it's not going to be happening for me, like I can't do certain things, I trust that He can. He is the God of the impossible. He can do anything. All right, I just need to believe that. The next shift that you need to make is start to believe in yourself. Trust that you are worthy of your desires. Trust that you are worthy of having the things that you want. Of course, why wouldn't you? You're amazing. Like, you're capable, you're worthy, you're deserving. God, you were born with that already. And I think a lot of times we are looking at, okay, oh well, I'm not very good at English, oh, I'm not very good at this, and we're looking at like what we think in our own mind is holding us back. Because like, no, you have the ability to learn, you have the ability to grow, you have the ability to choose, you have the ability to get wisdom. We can have those things. So therefore, you're already capable, you're already able, you're already perfect, you're already worthy of your desires. You have to believe in that and trust that you get to have what you want because you want it. That's it. It's just a decision. You want it, and it's so hard. And that is what I help people with, and I help women with every single day. You get to have what you want because you get to have it. It's just simple as that. And if we start to let go of all the attachments of why we think we can't have it, that is where, you know, the work is. That's where I help you to see what the beliefs is that you have and how you could reframe them and how you can change them, which you must do in order to get what you want in life. You have to do that. And the third part, of course, as I said before, is really stepping into your power. You have the power. God has already given you the power. We are co-creators. We were created in God's image and likeness. Okay, we have the ability to speak things into motion. God said, let there be light, and there was light. We have the ability. Jesus said in the Bible, if your faith is as strong, you can say to that mountain, move, and it will be removed. He didn't say if you were this or if you were that. He said if you have faith. That's just it. He didn't say if you were more intelligent, or if you were brighter, or if you were from this place, or you had that color. No. If you have faith, you can say to that mountain, move, and it will be moved. You have the power. We have the responsibility. We have the ability to say, you know what? How can I shift this away? What am I believing? What can I take on board that I can change to do what I want to do? Right? And that is exactly what it is. And so with that, and I hope this has helped you. Those of you who are still on, if you have any questions, just leave them, let me know. I would really love to answer you and while we're here on live. And if you're watching the replay, leave your questions as well. I love to assist you. This is why I have my Happy Hypnobirthing program. And those of you who don't know, hypnobirthing is a natural pain management method that is used during childbirth, but it's also very, very good for pregnancy and after your baby, as well as mothers. I continue to use my hypnobirthing skills even into motherhood. And it basically uses deep therapeutic techniques such as deep relaxation, deep breathing, affirmation, visualization, all of these things to help you to have a positive birthing experience. And in my program, I help you through going through the fears and how fears are causing the effects on your body and on your birth. I also go through comfort measures that you can start doing to start alleviating the pain or making it more manageable. And another important aspect of it as well, I bring God into it. In my affirmations, I'm like, God created you to have this experience, to do it naturally, to have the most amazing experience, birthing another life into this world. I love that, right? Because it's so true. Of course he did. Of course he did. He didn't make he didn't like say, okay, I'm making you the Adam or Eve or whatever, and I'm gonna give you this medication for it for when you give birth. He's like, no. Yes, he gave us wisdom so that we can help. Of course, if things come to a difficult part where medical intervention is needed, they're there and they're there to help you. But you can do it naturally. You absolutely can. You just have to believe it, right? Preschool 365 said, thanks for sharing those inspiring words. Have a great day. Thank you so much. And you, thanks for joining me. Right. And so I also like to help as well with the birth partners. I get my birth partners involved because support is so important, especially during pregnancy. And not only that, a lot of birth partners do feel left out because the mom is growing a baby, the mom is giving birth, and they're just standing around like, what do I do, right? So I help birth partners as well to get involved, to have a role so that they can feel like they're doing something. And believe me, their emotional support is so needed, but also practical stuff as well, like making sure that you're relaxed, you're hydrated, speaking on your behalf as both of you have a birthing plan, all of those amazing things. So my Happy Hypnobirthing program is a 4-week program, and you can come on now from any stages from say 20 weeks up. You can come on and you can get started with that program so that you can be informed, you can be prepared for the birthing experience that you desire, right? That is there, and we have spots open up for that right now. I'm taking on clients for that. And then of course with my life coaching program, which is the Discover Your Inner Power, and I just spoke about that. With this program, I don't tell you what to do. I just basically help you, show you that you have that power within you already. You already have that. God already gave that to you. But many times we have to start to look at the beliefs that we do have, start reframing them, using God's word every single day. I have a scripture that I meditate on every single day that's going to encourage me and support me. And I try to jot down all of the things. Like I make a decision, and that's what I help you to do as well. Decide on what you want. So many of us don't know what we want, and that is okay. But we have to get that to that space where we know what, I am not afraid to decide on this, because even if I don't get it, or if I do get it, it doesn't say anything about me. It doesn't say that I am not capable, I am not worthy. It's just that I need to shift certain things again. I need to go back to my beliefs again. What is holding me back here again, right? It's always that awareness. It's always that noticing, and that is the thing. So many of us go through life with our head down, and all things are happening to us, and we don't know why, but we're just going around our merry lives, being unhappy, being sad, drinking, drowning ourselves and our sorrows in certain things, when what we just need to do is just notice, just be intentional, and be able to shift that. And shifting is not difficult. I used to think it was like difficult, but it's so not. And that's why I love using affirmations and visualization, because it's such an easy way to shift your beliefs. And, every single day I put down, I am capable, I am worthy, I am deserving. I decide, and because I decide, I get to have what I want, just because I decide to have it. And so I help you with that decision making. I help you to notice the beliefs that you have. I help you to reframe those beliefs. I help you to step into the action now, because you need to do the work as well, right? We can't just believe and trust and not do the action. But the easy part is when you've done 1, 2, and 3, the action parts come so easily, right? Because the doors will just be open for you. You just need to step into that now, the courage and everything that's needed. And then I just teach you how to, well, not teach you, but I help you to receive and just be grateful, because we could be doing all the things and then we're not receiving the things that we want, because we are not opening up ourselves to just get it, right? So that's what I help you with that. So that is a 3-month one-on-one program that we meet once a week or once every 2 weeks, whichever suits you. It's best. It doesn't matter, to be honest, because you're going to have me Voxer support as well. You can speak to me throughout the day if you're feeling blocked, if you're feeling like if your energy is a bit, it needs to be shifted. I am there to support you with that. And I just want to encourage you, having a coach does not mean that you're not good enough. It doesn't mean that you can't do it on your own. It means that it's just going to take you longer. It's simple as that. If you want to have results like sooner, quicker, you want to go over the hurdles, that's the thing, right? When you're looking for coaches, well, you need to look for somebody who's done what you've done already. And that's why I see myself as qualified to help other women. I have done these things. I have been there, and I have used my own methods and my own frameworks to overcome and to live the life that I have now. And now I'm able to help you based on what I have been through, based on what I have proven for myself, based on what I have seen has shifted. All right, and that's what I want to help you with as well. So if that speaks speaks to you, if you feel called to join me, I have spaces in that 3-month program as well. It's now open. Reach out, let's get on a short call. We could see where you're at, where you want to be, and how we can get you there in the shortest space of time. And it's sometimes as well we need to let go of the time, but we just need to trust that we are gonna get what we want because we want it, and it's simple as that. So I hope that helps you. So what is your name? Preschool 365. That's the name that I'm seeing here. So you said, haha, not have a great day, make a great day. The power is in your hands. Absolutely. And people may be wondering, like, how do you make yourself have a great day? It starts by you declaring and choosing what you believe to be true. So if you get up most days feeling negative, oh, it's gonna be such a bad day, so most likely it's gonna be a bad day. If you wake up going, oh, I thank you, which is me every day, Lord, I'm so grateful to be alive today, I'm gonna have an amazing day and it's going to just be fabulous. I'm gonna make myself something lovely for dinner. That's one of my self-care things at night. I try to make something lovely for dinner because I look forward to dinner so much. So I'm like, I'm gonna make something lovely for dinner, so of course I'm gonna have a good day, right? Like, you do have that power to believe and to declare the things that you want for your life as well. Alright, so that is all I wanted to share with you today. I hope this has helped you in some way. If you feel called to, you need that support, I am here for you. Reach out. I would love to help you in any capacity that I can. Remember, I also have an ebook on Amazon that is there to help you as well, even with your beliefs and everything else. I speak so much about that too. And thank you so much for the hearts on Instagram, Facebook. Once you're watching the replay, let me know. I would love to hear how this has helped you. And I will speak with you all very soon. Bye.